Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our webinar. It's great to see so many of you online. We would have liked to invite you to come on board our newest cloud delivery center, the flagship data center of Ficolo. But due to the situation, of course, it's great to see you, so many of you online. My name is Antti Kivalo, and I will be hosting this webinar. And beside me is my colleague Veijo.
Morning, everyone. My name is Veijo Terho. I'm working Ficolo as a sales engineering and customer success director. My team is mainly doing the customer installations, and then we are doing also some other work, what we'll be discussing later today. My career is, I have been working in IT sector over 20 years and quite much there in the private sector and then some time in the public sector. Please go ahead, Antti.
Yeah, and as said, my name is Antti Kivalo. I have been here for 2.5 months, 2 weeks shorter time career in Ficolo than Veijo, who is already a really experienced Ficolo man. He has already 3 months of experience, so we're both quite new, and also wanted to show our faces to you, all the customers and all the prospects and all the cooperation partners, so that you can see who are the new people on the website.
Of course, we are very excited to show this delivery, this our cloud delivery center, and also the services what we are using in the hybrid cloud services. So it will be coming interesting 40 to 60 minutes.
Yeah, and like said, we will go firstly through the agenda. We will take a short look at Ficolo today, the company itself. Then we will do a walkthrough in this flagship data center, the air where we are sitting right now. And this is the actual place. These are the premises we're sitting in right now. Then we'll talk a little bit about our evolution from a data center and co-location company to a cloud delivery center company. We will show you how we can connect your services to public cloud, make it a hybrid cloud, and how you are able to manage all of the clouds. And then we'll talk a little bit, or Veijo will tell you a little bit about sales engineering and the optimizing of the journey from your own premises or from your data center provider to hybrid cloud world. Welcome all. About Ficolo. Ficolo was founded in 2011. It's owned by private equity, Taaleri and Pontus's funds, 87%, and 13% remains under the board and management. The main reason we are sitting and gathering around this webinar is this investment here in Vantaa, or in about 2 kilometers from Helsinki border. This is the newest member of the family. We have our own office here in the same premises, and we are headquartered in Pori, like many of you know. Ficolo has grown a lot during the last 2 years. We have grown over 60% in 2019. Of course, the balance sheet growth has been even faster. And even this year, with the COVID situation, we're still predicting revenue over 30%, revenue growth over 30%. We have 3 data center locations, Helsinki, Pori, and Tampere. And we have done some new certifications, ISO 27001 and ISO 22301. And this year we are planning to complete the PCI DSS certification as well. Ficolo is known for its green energy usage. We're a dark green company by CICERO standards. We use wind power and always have used wind power, and now we have started our own solar power plant on top of the rock, the Pori data center. And Veijo, should we take a look inside
Let's take this round inside the data center, and when we really couldn't get you here, so we have the quite nice video from our premises.
Yeah, the video will feature Rasmus, who is our marketing assistant, who will be walking through the facilities and will be telling you about the premises at the same time. The kinetic facade has been featured on national media already. Many of you have seen it on Helsingin Sanomat and probably on the news as well. It's been gaining a lot of attention. It's pretty fab when it's windy and sunny. And now you can see Rasmus walking into the premises. He was on the security zone number 1, and he will be using his identity card to get from the fenced parking lot into the actual data center. Here you can see we're sitting actually on top of this dot at the moment. Rasmus comes to the building, gets his identity checked and his iris is scanned, and then he will be entering the security zone number 2. He will be going to the loading bay area, which is of course only allowed to those persons who have the right to go there. And there's lots of space for even bigger trucks to turn around and to bring a lot of goods what our customers need inside the data center. It's made for hyperscale environment, so it's easy to bring in your goods here. Then we'll be entering the storage area. As you can see, the doors will not be closing, or doors will not open unless the other one is closed. Here you can see the separate storage spaces for our customers' equipment. You can rent these, you can use these as you are our customer. And of course, the whole data center is accessible 24/7 for those customers who have the right to come in. Our personnel will help with the separate goods trap. The goods will be delivered through the goods trap and people will go through the man trap. And now you can see the man trap functioning. And at the same time, we're entering the security zone number 3. Person will be identified and will be walking through the man trap and then entering the actual data center area. We have used room-in-room architecture in this, so it's actually a building inside a building. And now we're entering another security zone. The doors are easy access. They are high doors. They are secure doors. There's multiple fire zones. And now we enter the white space. So the white space is really modular. As you can see, there's still some empty spaces as well. So please contact me if you want to buy good facilities and secure services from us. There's still space for you. The whole space can be caged in any way the customer wants. And there's a lot of possibilities for different types of setups. Veijo could tell a little bit about the racks and the features there.
Yeah, we are using really, as you see that the racks are very tall, we are using 62 racks there. And there is also like Antti already told, that there is the different kind of security solutions. Here is the one solution where we have fences around the rack complex. So if customer having bigger area, he could have fences around his racks. And later in this video, we also see that we could also make individual racks or even our rack containers safety enough for the customer usage. And we are using their electronic locks. So electronic locks can be used to really monitor who is accessing the security rack area. And then of course we have the cameras there, what is taking the pictures and videos there that who is accessing and why.
Yeah. And you can see that there were no raised floors, so it's done. The cooling is indirect, and we have a rotating heat exchanger and hot aisles in this facility. Here you can see a caged rack belonging to a customer. It's easy to use, different types of caging. There's suits, there's built to suit, there's floor space, there's different security zones. There's a lot of possibilities with this new data center we have, and we both are quite excited working for Ficolo after seeing how we can actually service the customers.
Yeah, or that the customers, we built the solution what customers really require. We have the base services there, and then we are making the changes if required for the special cases.
Yes. The density is really high in this data center. Like Veijo said, it's 62 unit racks. There's additional capacity, and we can provide up to 40 kilowatts of energy to a standard rack.
And also our racks, our standard rack is 800 centimeters wide, so it's really meaning that you can, 800 millimeters wide, so you can really put there all the cabling and devices very well there in the racks.
And we can divide the racks even to quarter racks, so you don't have to always rent a whole rack, but you can also rent a quarter rack.
And here is now example of the security rack when we have individual rack for the customer, what has been really protected for the any kind of access there without having the allowed to go there.
Yes, and the CCTV cameras, they use artificial intelligence to see where the person is actually walking in the building. Now we enter the second floor. This is the technical service delivery floor, where all the cabling and the power distribution is done, so people can work in good positions. They don't have to bend under the floor when working, but they can actually work standing up. This is something that people really appreciate.
Yeah, and as you see in this picture, that the first floor, what is currently in the picture in blue, that's the area where is the racks and all the customer work happens. Then this red area there, that's really the technical space where we collect all the hot air there and do all the cabling work. And then we are even lifting the hot air from there to the cooling floor, what is the floor 3.
Here you can see some of the cabling which has been already done, so it's nice and easy to do. And now we're going to the power buses. Veijo, do you have a word about these?
Yes, these are our main delivery bus bars that are coming from our CECCs, and there we are delivering the power to actual STS switches. We are using STS switches before the customer bus bars there, and these STS switches meaning that we can guarantee that we have all the time feed in the customer bus bars, even we have the one of the cells in the maintenance or it having some kind of malfunction problem. Then the other area, what is very interesting to me is our fire protection system. We have this kind of active fire protection system where we are doing we are not only protect the devices and people, we also protect the services. This system can be divided approximately 3 different areas. We have the system what is then doing the detection work, so that's the Vesta system. It's looking for all the time the air, what kind of air conditions we have there, and then if we finding any fire particles there, we start to do the actions there. Actions will mean that we start to lower the oxygen level in the rooms. We use their gas to do the first action. Normal systems putting this gas in the rooms in 60 seconds or 120 seconds. We do this in 4 minutes. It will mean also that we do not have this kind of any sound problems there in the server room, what normal gas systems can be doing. Then when the oxygen level has been lowered in the correct level, we start to maintaining the level there. Normally air, you have this 20.9% of the oxygen, but if we found the higher particles there, we lower that to 16.5. 16.5 will mean that no new flames can be not starting anymore, but we can then keep it the level there and try to close the out from the problem what we have there. If this doesn't help enough, then we are lowering even lower the oxygen level. We go 13.5. The good thing is there, we can be maintaining this level even days or weeks, and all the time that our people can be working in the premises. Let's continue with cooling.
Yeah, and that provides us a good opportunity to do some high training. So
yes,
people will be in a very good condition after working for a few days there.
It's like Alp House.
So this is something new as well in data center architecture. It's the combined energy and cooling cells, the CECCs. Of course, everything needs a fancy abbreviation in IT industry. These are also separated from the white space. We have different fire zones for these. This is the switchboard and the UPS you see here in its own fire space. And then we go to UPS batteries, which are located in another fire space. And of course, every engineer's dream is a V16 engine, a power generator with 2,200 horsepower. And we have one of these for each of these CECCs. We have a daily tank inside the building, and then of course we have the separate tanks outside by the parking lot outside our facility.
And of course, we have also a contract with the local fuel distributor that we can get the more fuel in the next day if we have to run the too long times with the generators.
Yeah. And these all will be tested monthly. So we run the generators monthly, and it has adaptive scalability. So state-of-the-art technology in the generator area as well.
Yeah, and of course we have to remember that once a year we are doing the blackout testing where we are shut down in the incoming feeds for the building, and then all the load has been transferred, must be transferred towards the generator, and that will be done in the controlled way. So we find any challenges what we have there and correct those before we continue.
Yeah, and this is the heat pump area. This is where we deliver the excess heat to the district heating network of city of Vantaa, and these are also independent units, so the availability doesn't suffer from downtime of one unit.
Yeah, and we have a couple of those heat pumps to really raise the water temperature what we are getting from the data center from to over the 100 degrees.
Yeah. Now we're entering the third floor where the rotating heat exchanger is in, and you can see how we actually flow the air inside our cloud delivery center. It's done by this big wheel we'll be seeing shortly, and this is where the heat comes in. It comes in from the white space area and then raises up to the second floor and then to the third floor. These are the laundry machines we use for uniforms, or then they are actually fans.
I think they are actually fans for.
Okay. I'm not an engineer, so I can't know everything in detail about the technical stuff.
Yeah, here is really the big rotating wheel what is doing the actual cooling work there in the premises. So using cold air to cool the wheel, and then this cold wheel will be then cooling the air what we are getting from the inside the server room.
And this will end our tour on the air. Hope you enjoyed it. Next, we will take a short recap on the premises and the technical figures. So it has 12 megawatts of capacity at the moment. It's expandable up to 50 megawatts. We have 15,000 square meters of space, which is expandable up to 50,000. We have divided the facility into several security zones. As you could see, the shared racks, dedicated racks, lots of setups are possible here. It's a brand new facility, so it's easy to do any modular way your services as you wish. We have optimized power and cooling, like you saw. Greenness is really a core value for Ficolo, so it utilizes the combined energy and cooling cells. We use only the wind power and the solar power, and it has state-of-the-art fire protection system. And like Veijo said, it's the only solutions that protects the SLA, and we don't need any water actually in the white space area, so there's no water inside the data center. Veijo, will you tell us a little bit about the managed cloud connectivity services?
Yeah, thanks, Antti. Before the showing the data center, I have to say that it's really nice, and that's the good basement where we're starting the next level of our services. So when we start to looking for our journey or the customer journeys towards hybrid cloud solutions, we need also services on top of the excellent data center. So one of these services is our managed cloud connectivity service. And this service is built together with our partner. We are using the Ficolo's service network, and then our partner Megaport is giving the connectivity around the globe. This service is very good. We can be very easily defining what kind of capacity customer needs, how many ports you are needing, how many points you are needing in the connection, and that's really the basic payment what is coming from that area. This service is containing multiple service providers area. Of course, there is also the public cloud providers. We have most common public cloud providers around the service there. And then, of course, the connectivity, when we do that, it's always secure and reliable. And then the good thing is there, it's really easy of use. We can create the connectivity between the sites in minutes, not in the weeks or days. And then, of course, we can create there very interesting terms how to use the services there, and flexibility is built in there, so you can very easily change the capacity what you are reading there depending on demands.
How about the contract terms? Do you have to do like a year-long contract? Do you have to commit to a longer period of time?
No, we can be doing the even shorter contracts there, so that of course we have to remember that there is some basic actions what we are doing when we are establishing the connection there, but then you can deciding when you want to end it there, and then you also, of course, you can do the changes there all the time.
Okay, nice.
Let's then look at also how this service is located. So here is our Ficolo data centers there, and we have our exchange point here, and then we could be taking the connections from there. Example, in Azure connection there in the Ireland, it can be happen in the minutes, or whatever location there in Europe, America, or even Asia, where we also see the connection points. Sorry, but the map is a little bit old, but there is nowadays even more connection points there. Then the second, let's say, cornerstone of the services what we are needing towards the hybrid cloud is the cloud management platform. The cloud management platform is the solution where you can manage the services from the one console in all the systems. If you are normally doing the management work there in the Azure, AWS, or Google, or in your own devices, you will be having multiple consoles there. It's huge work to really try to get the knowledge all of those and try to do all the work from there. So we have excellent solution from that. That's really the cloud management platform what we have been creating together with our partner there. We can manage their infra as a service, platform as a service, software as a service, and even private cloud, and also even the physical hardware in one console there. The console is also helping you to creating configurations for the devices, networks, and then also it's helping you to do the deployment work. We can easily do there certain templates there and certain application packages, what we can then deploy in minutes with this nice platform.
So this is actually something to use for CloudOps or DevOps?
Yes, that's the really excellent area for the DevOps people, that if they can defining what kind of test environment or production environment they need. We can then easily deploy the system there and ramp it down when it's not anymore needed. So it's really in a key service when we are doing the DevOps work there. Then, of course, we have to remember that this platform also has quite good monitoring capabilities. So we can be building easily the monitoring capability around the virtualization capacity what you have, and also the capacity what we are getting from the clouds. So quite interesting system. And then, of course, everybody knows that the automation work is, that's always this work where you are doing some things multiple times. It starts becoming boring. So also this system has the automation part there, what will be helping to do the automatic work there.
Yeah.
And then, of course, last thing what I want to mention, configuration and capacity management. You have one console, what you see, what you are having, and what location. So I like this very much. It's good service, and it's really required when you start to looking for more towards the hybrid clouds. Then let's looking for a little bit my team, what we are doing there, and how the things has been changing. So let's talk about sales engineering. First, I want to give short timeline from the how we have been evolving our services. We started in 2011 with the very traditional on-premises server room type of capacity. We have the servers there in the rooms, and that was the thing in the cave. Then we started quite fast after that. We found that this is not anymore really the case what we are needing. We start to selling the services to customer to bring the devices in our premises. So they are having the devices in our premises. They are either coming there themselves to maintain the boxes, or our people are doing the maintenance work. Then again, things are going further there, and then we start to getting more in the area that the people want to get the services as a capacity. So we start to building their private virtualized capacity coming from the different kind of cloud capacity there, and then of course also the public cloud services start to become more popular there. And now we are in the, if you're looking for this trend, now we are in the year 2020, where we are having most of the customers are looking for more hybrid cloud solutions, meaning that you have some capacity either in security requirements or location requirements, what you are located in our premises and our data centers. And then you are having other services, what could be coming from the public cloud, like AWS, Google, or Azure, and then you are building your service on top of that. And then, of course, you could have some services there that you have the base load in our premises, and then you are getting this kind of peak capacity from the public clouds, making your work very flexible there, and then also that you are getting your cost in correct level when you can be doing that you are on demand based capacity there in the public cloud. Let's get further. Then what we do in the sales engineering is that we are looking for helping customers to find suitable solutions from them. We are doing different kind of optimization work there. We are finding the technical configurations, what they are requiring. And then we are also looking for different kind of connectivity, what is required to make the connectivity between the sites there. Then optimization area, we are quite often doing their optimization from the devices what has been moved from the premises towards the cloud there. It's quite often that when you are moving the boxes what you have in own premises or in the co-location location, moving those towards the cloud, you finding quite soon out there that there is some optimization required. You are paying too much there because you have too much memory allocated, too much CPU allocated, or even too much hard drive allocated there. So let's make some optimization there and really right sizing the capacity what you have in there. Then the other area is the license optimization. License optimization is a difficult area, as everybody knows who is working in the ICT area, that when you start to knowing some model how the certain application has been licensed, the provider will be changing the licensing model. So you have to all the time be in very close to this company to understand what kind of licensing things they have there. So we help in this area to really looking for what kind of licenses you have, what kind of things we have to do there, and then finding out what's the most suitable solution for you. And then, of course, there is the optimization based on the environments. So meaning that we are looking for what kind of systems you have there and finding out that, okay, maybe we can do some consolidation with these boxes, that you don't need these anymore because there is some traditional reasons. Then, of course, if you're looking for more there, quite often nowadays we are looking for the solution based on the managed cloud connectivity, what I personally like very much, because it's really making the management much more easier than to learning all the tools what's available in the market. And then the connectivity part there, how to connect things together.
Yeah, so it's all about, your team is all about finding the right solution for the customer need, and
Yes.
then optimizing the whole environment,
yeah,
licenses, and so on. So it's about the right price, the right service level,
yes, and that's
the right configuration.
Yeah. And that's really making this very interesting when we can be there is not every day is not similar there, because the customer requirements depend on the company who is needing the services. So there is the good thing that we can be really building the solution for the customers. They're right sizing those right away there, and then together with customer we're finding the best solution from them.
Yeah, and we at Ficolo, it's nice that we have so many different kinds of customers. We have international customers, we have Finnish customers, we have local customers, we have small customers, we have resellers. So the spectrum is actually quite wide.
Yes, it's making our work really interesting there, and it's, of course, it's also making work our challenging when we have to find out that what kind of company is always there needing the requirements and then fulfilling those.
Yeah, exactly. And well, last recap of why Ficolo. Of course, you saw that we have advanced technology inside the data centers and also outside the data centers. On top of the data center, we, of course, our 40 experts provide you with the right services, and with the expertise we have, we believe that we are really competitive. It's the design of the data center, the location of the data center is really something to make our customers' lives easier. And on top of those, we have, of course, the managed cloud connectivity services. Together with Megaport, we have built a global network. We have the cloud management platform based on Morpheus technology that enables you to manage the whole life cycle of the hybrid multi-cloud. And we have experts like Veijo and his team who will help you with the optimization of the environment.
Yeah, and also we have to remember that we have excellent people there who is actually running our customer devices there. And even we have been today discussing only from the air our latest cloud delivery center there. We have also the ROC there, what is in Tampere, ROC in the Pori, and then we have DEC in the Tampere. So we can be building interesting solutions around these three data centers and creating the systems but really working together.
Yeah, secure and scalable and green. So this was basically it. Thanks for attending. We have still the last final offer for you. Of course, it has to be commercial when we do this. So we have, Veijo has been kind enough to provide the first startup workshop without charge for anyone who has attended this webinar. And you can, the workshop can be around the cloud management platform, managed cloud connectivity, optimization, reducing complexity, and a lot of other stuff. So please be in contact with us. You will get the recording of this webinar. You can see you can find our contact details on LinkedIn or on our website, or even in this presentation. And remember, if you book the workshop before Christmas, you will get it for free. It doesn't have to happen before Christmas, but you need to book it there.
Yes, and then of course, if you're feeling that your challenges or your requirement doesn't fit the text lines what we have in the screen there, but we can be looking for all the cases. So please be proactive and contacting us, and we'll be looking for how we can help you in finding the right solution.
So thank you, everyone. It has been a pleasure, and I wish you all a really nice day. The weather isn't that great in Itä-Vantaa, at least at the moment, but hopefully it will get more. We will get more winter in the coming days. And any questions, inquiries, please contact us and stay in touch. Thank you all.
Thank you also from my side there that we are getting the systems, that we have this possibility to really speak towards you. Thank you, everybody.